Yeah. Oh, that's good. No.
Well, I gotta lock it or else I'm gonna be holding it.
Well, leave it down then.
Right there?
Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna open them up like 2 notches.
Yep.
I think you're not engaged.
Oh, you're right. I thought you meant, am I engaging the button?
It's down?
Yeah. Should be about 42 inches.
Are you saving these tags for me, honey?
43.5.
I want to keep track of how many sacks you got out. And there's one tag that's missing somewhere. It's still in the bag.
Denny, how far would you like optimal between the plants?
Well, I think 12 inches is what
Twice as much butterball.
Yeah, there's 500 butterball, 250 of the chieftain, and 250 of the fingerling.
So did you plant them too far apart?
I don't think so. We're thinking maybe 12, 18 inches somewhere in there.
Yeah.
Roy studied it for at least an hour and a half and came up, his conclusions were inconclusive.
Indeterminate number of
Yeah.
seeds dropped per
Somewhere
foot.
between 2.5 inches and 7 feet.
So when do we start finding out if something good happened? When do they start spreading?
October, I guess?
No. We should see results
September,
in 3 weeks.
October.
They'll be growing in a week to 3 weeks.
Betsy and Bonnie. Break.
How long have you had Betsy and Bonnie?
They're 6 now. I got them when they were 4, so a couple of years.
Was it difficult to train them to pull?
No, but it just takes time and patience. It's not physically demanding to actually do the training. It's just you got to be able to read the horses and act appropriately, and put. It's just time, putting time on them.
What other equipment have they pulled?
They've pulled plows, mowing machines, logs, carriages, discs, harrows, all kinds of farm stuff. But not a potato digger yet.
Today they did.
A digger is next. This was a planter.
Oh, okay.
First you plant it, and then you dig them.
Yeah, and that's the harvesting machine.
Yeah.
And it'll actually dig the potatoes out of the ground, separate the potatoes from the dirt, and then it leaves the potatoes in the row on the surface of the dirt, so you can collect them up. Sort of.
Yeah.
Do you have that equipment?
I do, but it needs work.
And now he has a worker.
Yeah, Denny's into it. We'll work on it together.
So this was a team effort, eh?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And Stu also grows vegetables at his place and participates in the farmers market in Sebastopol. So he has a lot of produce that he grows and sells every year.
Yeah.
Probably most of these potatoes will get sold to like specialty markets, restaurants, and individuals. Like I could set up a stand here or something like that. But the seed that I used was a certified seed, which means they check it for diseases and whatnot. And I think one of the seeds, I'm not sure which ones, is also certified organic. But my little farming operation here is not certified organic. But I'm going to grow them organically. And with the dry farming, the consensus seems to be that the quality of the produce is better, that the flavors are a little bit richer, that kind of thing, which they do with other crops like tomatoes. They'll actually dry farm some varieties of tomatoes, and the flavors are a little bit more intense. And it's the same thing with potatoes. And some, they don't look any different than the irrigated ones, but like restaurant chefs and people like that, if they know you have potatoes that are dry farmed, especially like the fingerlings, a lot of times they're more interested in those than they would be just like mechanized big commercial operations where they're irrigating and trying to get the maximum ton per acre.
Were you satisfied with the way the planter worked?
Oh, absolutely. The planter was great. The only issue with the planter was the seed itself, because a lot of it had sprouted because it was stored. I didn't quite store it correctly, so we had some long sprouts on it, which made it a little bit difficult for it to feed into the seeder. But other than that, it worked very, very well.
Denny was working hard back there. I didn't hear too much sound coming out from behind there as I was driving in the front seat. But I'd stop and look back there, and he was hunched over that thing. He had to work pretty quickly because that wheel plate spins around at a pretty good rate, especially with these horses. They're very long-legged and they like to move out. So we weren't running, but it was tricky to keep up.
You were in quite a cloud of dust most of the time, too.
It was awful.
Stu,
These two would take a hosing off.
just before you mowed these guys here, tell us a little bit about Stone Horse.
Stone Horse is my farm. Me and my wife and daughter Rosalie raise a quarter-acre patch of vegetables, and I do carriage work and logging with my horses. And it's a little patch of heaven on the Laguna de Santa Rosa, outside of Sebastopol.
So you're available for
hire, and I guess, you know, for hire.
Parades and farms, huh?
I hire out for parades. I don't do parades on my own anymore.
Yeah.
But I have hired out for several parades in the past.
So how does somebody get a hold of you if they want to get...
My website is stonehorse.biz, B-I-Z.
All right.
.biz.